Hello and welcome. There's a threat to community organizations that operates completely in the shadows but has a massive impact on the people you serve. We're talking about data brokers. And for your organization, this isn't just some abstract tech problem. It's a real threat to your mission, your donors, and the trust you've worked so hard to build. So let's dive in. And just so you know, all the information we're covering today comes straight from Chapter 10 of the tutorial Generative AI for Community Organizations. It's a public service resource from Virtualization Options LLC.
So, what in the world is a data broker? Well, think of a company whose entire business model is to collect personal information about you from all over the place, package it all up into a super detailed profile, and then sell that profile to pretty much anyone willing to pay. It's a huge and kind of creepy invisible industry.
Okay, so here's our game plan for today. First, we're going to pull back the curtain on how this whole system works. Then we'll get into the nitty-gritty of the risks this poses to your mission. And after that, we're flipping to solutions, a clear strategy to get your data removed, how to stop giving them more data, and finally, how you can step up and become a privacy advocate for your whole community.
So, how does this all happen? How do they manage to build these incredibly detailed files on people, often without us ever knowing a thing? Let's break down how they do it.
What's fascinating here is how they layer all this information. It starts with the easy stuff, public records, like voter registration. Then they literally buy your shopping history from stores and loyalty programs. They're also tracking your every move online, what you search for, what you click on. They scrape your contact info, pull together demographics, but here's where it gets really wild. They use all that to create inferred attributes. They're making educated guesses about your political views, your health, your income, all without you ever saying a word.
Okay, so that's the what, but why should your organization specifically be so concerned about this? This isn't just a vague privacy issue. It has real, tangible impacts on the work you do every single day. I mean, just think about the people you serve. If you're helping someone escape domestic violence, their location being sold online isn't an inconvenience. It's a life or death situation. If you're helping someone rebuild their life after prison, having their past sold to any landlord could slam that door shut. The bottom line is this. For you, protecting data is literally protecting people. And what about your donors? People give to you because they trust you. They don't expect their name and giving history to be bundled up and sold to the highest bidder. When that trust is broken, it doesn't just damage one relationship, it can seriously threaten your funding and your reputation in the community.
And finally, let's talk about you, the organization itself. Data brokers aren't just collecting info on individuals. They're collecting it on nonprofits too. We're talking staff names, board member details, contact info. All of it can be scraped and sold. This kind of exposure can really compromise your operations and even put your own team at risk.
All right, that's enough of the scary stuff. Let's shift gears and talk about what we can actually do about it. The good news is you are not powerless here. You can fight back, and there's a clear playbook for doing it. Let's walk through it. This lays out a simple 4-step plan. First, you got to see what's out there. Go search for your organization and your key staff on these broker sites. You need to know the scale of the problem. Second, you can use a paid service to automate the removal requests, which honestly can save a ton of time. Or third, you can roll up your sleeves and start doing it manually, using their own opt-out forms. And fourth, and this is so important, you have to monitor it. Your data will pop back up, so set a reminder to check every few months. Persistence is everything. Okay, so opting out is reactive. It's cleaning up a mess. Now let's get proactive. How do you stop feeding the beast in the first place? It really just comes down to changing a few key organizational habits. And this slide just lays it out so clearly. Instead of putting personal staff emails on your website, switch to a general inbox like info@yourorg.org. Instead of public social media, lock those profiles down and turn off location tagging. Instead of just clicking accept all cookies, use tools that block trackers for you. And the really big one, stop renting or exchanging donor lists. Just stop. That information was a gift of trust, period. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? This isn't just a business transaction. It's a relationship. When someone donates, they're trusting you and only you with their information. Respecting that trust isn't just a good idea, it's an absolute must. So, you've started to protect your own organization. That's fantastic. But what if you could take it a step further and help protect your entire community? This is where you can shift from just playing defense to a real position of empowerment. You are a trusted voice in your community. Why not host a simple privacy workshop? You don't have to be a tech wizard.
Just share the basics, what data brokers are, how to lock down social media, and how to get started with opting out. This is a powerful, practical service you can offer that can make a real difference in people's lives.
And finally, you can use your collective voice to push for bigger systemic change. Because while individual actions help, the real, lasting solution is better policy. We need to support laws that protect consumers, that make data collection opt-in instead of opt-out by default, and that have real teeth when it comes to penalties for violations. That's how we protect everyone.
So let's end on this thought. For a community organization, privacy isn't just a boring policy you have to write. It's a service. It's the promise of safety, of respect. So the question isn't really if you should be doing this, but how you're going to step up and protect your community. Thanks so much for joining me.